Imagine a country of 91 million people, a country at war with two of the most powerful militaries on Earth, a country sitting on the edge of the world's most important oil choke point. Now imagine that country's leader has never been seen. Not once. No face, no voice, nothing. For over 4 months, Iran's new supreme leader has been a ghost. Every order, every decision, every message delivered on paper, read out loud by television anchors. And this week, he skipped his own father's funeral, a funeral watched by millions. Stay with me. To understand this mystery, we have to go back to February 28th, the opening day of the war between the United States, Israel, and Iran. Israeli jets launched a wave of decapitation strikes on Tehran, command centers, nuclear scientists, senior commanders, and in one single attack, they hit the residential compound of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. The 86-year-old leader of Iran was killed. The man who had ruled the country for 36 years, gone in an instant. But he wasn't the only one. His daughter, his son-in-law, his daughter-in-law, even his 14-month-old granddaughter, all gone in a single strike. And one more person was inside that compound. His son, Mojtaba Khamenei. He survived. But according to reports, just barely. Mojtaba Khamenei was always a man of the shadows, even before the war. For decades, he worked behind the scenes in his father's office. No official government title, almost no public speeches, very few photographs, but analysts believed he held enormous influence. Deep ties to the Revolutionary Guard, deep ties to the security services, a gatekeeper controlling access to the most powerful man in Iran. For years, people whispered that he was being groomed for succession. Iran always denied it. Then the war came. And 1 week after his father's assassination, the whispers became reality. The Assembly of Experts named him Supreme Leader on March 9th. A man who spent his whole life avoiding the spotlight suddenly held absolute power. But here's the twist. Since that day, no one has seen him. Think about what that actually means. The most powerful man in Iran has never appeared in public. He has never given a speech. He has never shown his face. He has never even used his voice. Every message from the Supreme Leader comes as a written statement, read out loud by state television anchors. That's it. Even the biggest decision of the entire war, the Memorandum of Understanding signed with the United States, was approved through a written statement attributed to him. The statement said he authorized the deal after receiving assurances from the president and senior officials, but no one heard him say it. No one saw him sign it. So the question everyone is asking is simple. Is he alive? Is he in control? Or is someone else pulling the strings? Now let's talk about what we actually know. And fair warning, none of this is officially confirmed by Iran. Sources close to his inner circle told Reuters that Mojtaba suffered serious injuries in the strike. Damage to his face, significant harm to one, or possibly both of his legs. The U.S. Defense Secretary went even further. Back in March, Pete Hegseth said Mojtaba was wounded and likely disfigured. An April report suggested he may have even lost a leg. Again, Iran has confirmed none of this. State media has never even admitted he was injured. Not a single hospital photo, not a single recovery statement. Total silence. But his complete disappearance speaks louder than any official statement ever could. And that brings us to this week. Iran is holding a massive 6-day state funeral for the late Ali Khamenei. Millions of mourners in the streets, ceremonies moving across 5 cities in Iran and Iraq, foreign presidents, prime ministers, and dignitaries from dozens of countries. This funeral was designed to do one thing: Project Strength. Show the world that the Islamic Republic survived the war and survived the assassination of its leader. And almost everyone showed up. The president of Iran, the Speaker of Parliament, the head of the judiciary, the foreign minister, even the commander of the Revolutionary Guard, who hadn't been seen since the war began. 3 of Khamenei's sons were shown on state TV, crying over their father's coffin. But one son was missing, the one who now rules the country. Reports say Mojtaba was actually barred from attending his own father's funeral. Why? Because of fears that Israel would use the event to finish the job. And that fear is not paranoia. Israel's defense minister has openly said the new supreme leader is marked for death. During the war, Israel reportedly used officials' public appearances to fix their locations for strikes. And President Trump made the danger crystal clear. Looking at Iran's entire leadership gathered in one place, he told reporters, one shot could take them all out. Let that sink in. The new supreme leader may be hiding, because showing his face could be a death sentence. So how are ordinary Iranians reacting to a leader they've never seen? The streets of Tehran are split. Some defend the absence. One mourner compared believing in the unseen leader to believing in the hidden imam of Shia Islam, something you cannot see, but still believe in. For the faithful, his invisibility has almost become sacred. Others see it very differently. One woman told reporters the state couldn't even protect its own leader for a few minutes, at the most important event in years. Another said the old sense of security in Iran is simply gone. And that split matters, because a leader no one can see is a leader whose authority rests entirely on faith, and faith can run out. So what's really going on? There are 3 main theories. Theory 1, he's recovering, badly wounded, possibly disfigured, and the regime is buying time until he can appear without showing weakness. Theory 2, he's a figurehead, alive but too injured to govern, while the Revolutionary Guard and security establishment run the country in his name. If that's true, the written statements aren't his words at all. Theory 3, the darkest one, that his condition is far worse than anyone admits, and the regime is hiding a leadership vacuum in the middle of a war. We don't know which theory is true. Maybe none of them are. But here's the thing. Every day he stays invisible. The darker theories get louder. Now here's the part to watch. The funeral procession moves into Iraq on July 8th, through the holy cities of Najaf and Karbala. Then on July 9th, the late Khamenei will be buried in Mashhad, his birthplace, Iran's holiest city. That burial is the final scheduled event of the mourning period, which means it's the last chance for Mojtaba to appear. If he shows up, it's a message to the world that the transition is under control. If he doesn't, the questions will only get louder, and the timing could not be more dangerous. Just this week, a gas tanker was struck near the Strait of Hormuz, the first attack on shipping since the ceasefire took hold. The United States responded with new strikes, and President Trump issued an ultimatum: make a deal or he'll finish the job. So think about this. The fate of the entire ceasefire may rest on the signature of a man nobody has seen. Who is actually running Iran? Who is really negotiating with Washington? And can any peace deal signed in the name of an invisible man actually hold?